What's up, y'all? This is Reggie, aka Speeding Bullet, with my co-host B, 3 exclamation points, bringing you the political perspective.
Savvy enough to hear certain things and not automatically be acting.
Elon Musk kind of like snapped on.
This is like 3 more seasons of Landman right here.
Yeah, definitely. Where the natural resources are ransacked, and these countries are normally not better after the United States comes over there and just starts trashing their country. And always remember, if you're not political, you do not have a perspective. Now let's talk some politics. All right, what's up, B?
What's going on?
Man. Welcome to the Political Perspective. I am Reggie, aka Speeding Bullet. This is B, 3 exclamation points. And always remember, if you are not political, you do not have a perspective. So, B, I'm going to start off today with obviously the Iran war and the Strait of Hormuz. So, President Trump officially notified Congress that fighting has resumed after declaring once again that it was a ceasefire. The U.S. military has conducted 5 consecutive days of strikes. It almost seems like a rerun of the previous weeks leading up to this. But 5 consecutive days of strikes on Iranian military sites. Have they not ran out of sites to hit? It's kind of crazy. But all of this is an effort to keep the Strait of Hormuz open, as Iran threatens to shoot at any ship that attempts to cross the strait. So
yes,
what is interesting is, in the midst of all of this, a U.S. citizen who had been detained by Iran since 2024, didn't know anything about that, was released by Iran in the middle of it. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. Trump went to Truth Social to express his feelings about this U.S. citizen that was released. And what he said was, Iran has allowed an American citizen who was wrongfully detained in December of 2024 under the presidency of Sleepy Joe Biden to leave the country. She is now safely outside of Iran and in good condition. The United States of America appreciates the gesture of goodwill by Iran. Spoken while dropping bombs on their country is nasty. It's just nasty.
You know what this reminds me of because it's so insane. And recently I went and filled up gas. I'll say this. I just posted this on X or Twitter, because I still call it Twitter. Monday, I went to the gas station and filled up at $3.63 a gallon. Yesterday, I filled up at the gas station at $4.09 a gallon. This kind of feels like, to make it comical, the old Dave Chappelle Making the Band skit where it's like, I gotta close the studio. It's like the studio is closed, we good. Or the studio's open, we good. It's peace. To y'all did some shit. I gotta close the studio and prices is back up. That's what it feels like to me. Where every week or every few days, it's we got a ceasefire. It's good. It's peace. What you say? We bombing you, Tehran. What? It's like it just feels like that every other week, and this is mad annoying for the American people, I'm sure.
Absolutely. But I got some numbers for you, B, since you recently went to the pump. So $2.98. That was the average price of gas before we went to war in Iran. At its peak, gas had reached a high of $4.56 a gallon in May. If you had to fill up in May, you was cutting a check. Today, gas on average is $3.94 a gallon. As of today, the national gas average. For comparison, when Sleepy Joe Biden left office, gas was $3.12 a gallon. When Joe Biden left office, how much do you think it was when Barack Obama left office?
Oh man. All right. You said 312 when Joe Biden left.
Yes.
When Barack left, it was 269.
It was $2.14 a gallon. When Barack Obama left office, the day he left office. Now I challenge people to use these numbers and understand why elections matter. And if they don't matter to you personally, you don't like to get in the mud of politics, it should matter to your pocketbook, because we would all trade $2.14 a gallon versus the Trump high of $4.56. I mean, it's not even close, So elections matter, who gets in office matter. But I figured you would be shocked at those numbers.
That is shocking. And I tried to do the science on why, you got to go to the gas station, you got to fill up, and it's going to cost you money. I think the frustrating thing, well, I'll say for me personally, is that you're not really doing all the math in your head in real time, because the gas prices change so much, you just know it's going to cost you money. And just to see that number constantly go up and up and up, and you're waiting for it to stop. Like yesterday, I was just waiting for it to stop. And I'm looking at the number, and it's like, okay, I was on like 60 miles before empty, right? And it's like, okay, it's at 40. It's going to stop at 45. Oh, no, it's going to stop at 48. Oh, all right, it's going to stop around 50. And then it stops at 54. And it's like, what happened to the days where it stopped at 32? What happened to that? It's just so frustrating.
Yeah, I was saying, for comparison, I drive a pickup and I average in the 120s.
Yeah, that man.
Yeah, crazy. So next thing I want to talk about is some high profile Senate vacancies and some health updates. So longtime Senator Lindsey Graham passed away. He was a very long-serving senator from South Carolina. He passed away pretty suddenly at the age of 71. When a senator passes away while in office, the governor gets to appoint who that senator's replacement will be until the term is up, right? Yes. Which will be in November. Would you happen to know who the governor named as Lindsey Graham's replacement?
It's the sister, right?
Yes. The governor, you can't do nothing but laugh, right? The governor.
What are we doing?
Swore after Donald Trump recommended that Graham's sister, Darlene Graham, who has as much government experience as you and I have.
Yes, to be clear, Lindsey Graham's sister. I just said his sister, but yes, Lindsey Graham's sister.
Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham, was sworn in to finish his term. Now, when you think about regular Black folks, right? One of the things that we say is like, I don't want to recommend nobody for a job because I don't want it to dirty up my good name, right? Meanwhile, other folks, while they're passing, get their sister a gig in the government. It's absolutely ridiculous. What says you, B?
This is why I got so mad at people coming at Bronny.
Right.
Let Bronny be in the NBA because this is the type of shit that goes on that really affects us in real life.
Right. We don't even know we don't even know what she does.
We don't know nothing about nothing. We don't know nothing about what she believes. She could have her Twitter account could say, "I hate all you 100 times." Nobody would know. Right. But she is Senator deciding shit. And it's like, nobody cares about this because nobody in our community cares about this because, yeah, I mean, we don't really focus on that. But it's like, how can this be a thing? How is this possible? How is this? I don't even understand how it's possible, just like I don't understand how buying a pardon is possible.
Absolutely.
That's why I just get so frustrated because I say it all the time. Like, all the rules are made up, and at any moment they show you all the rules are made up, and they play in your face, and it has long-term effects on your ability to move forward in this country and your family's ability moving forward in this country. It's like, you just arbitrary rules where it's like you just decide some shit that and I don't know anything about her, Lindsey Graham's sister, but I just don't like the optics of it. How can you just be like, oh, you, and now you're a senator? It's crazy to me.
Listen, in the words of Achilles and Troy,
is there no one else?
Is there no one else? One of my favorite movies. I love Troy. I watch that shit anytime it's on.
In the entire state of South Carolina.
Is there no one else?
Is there no one else? Like, come on, knock it off. But moving on to Mitch McConnell. So Mitch McConnell,
oh my God, yes,
the Republican leader, was released from the hospital after
released.
Yeah, right. Air quote released. After there was speculation that he may not have been alive, and there were people that were calling for confirmation of that he was alive. But apparently he was recovering. He had yet another fall and a bout of pneumonia. So I wanted to ask. So I got some numbers for you, B. I would like for you to guess the age of the oldest congressperson serving today.
82.
82. That would be an older age for anyone to be working in public life. However, that is not even close.
Oh shit.
The oldest congressperson currently serving, which is Chuck Grassley, the Republican from Iowa, who is serving at the ripe age of 91 years old.
That is crazy.
Politics,
how is this a thing?
Getting younger, and getting some of these old guys, out of these positions of power. This is kind of what we're talking about. But I have another number for you, or a number that I would like for you to guess.
Okay.
Guess the number of congresspersons over the age of 70. Now, for comparison, the House of Representatives is somewhere in the 500 range of people that serve in the House. The Senate is 100, right? So this is one of the numbers out there. But how many of those do you think are over the age of 70, which most people are retiring, have been retired for years. So, 70 is, you're in your twilight years. You chill in your chair. So how many people do you think are over the age of 70 that are currently serving right now?
Out of around 600.
Yeah, give or take.
350. Half.
It's not that high, B. Sheesh.
Okay, all right. I was surprised by the 90. How many?
It is 93.
Okay.
People that are over 70 that are serving in the in Congress, which is what I would consider a large number. 90, almost 100 people that are over the age of 70. And I think that it just brings up the conversation just about who is running who is running the government that we all are in. And you can imagine these folks have been serving for years.
Years, yes.
Years. And their kind of brand of governing has lived through their time in office. But 93 people are serving over the age of, 93 people are serving who are over the age of 70 years old. Crazy.
You know what's interesting about that is that you see somebody like Mamdani and what all he's doing in New York, which of course neither one of us, any of us on this podcast, live in New York. However, we do see the clips, and every day is something that's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And it's like, I know he's the socialist mayor and that whole thing, but a lot of it just seems like common sense.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know I can imagine, what they're saying on opposite sides of the aisle about how he's running New York. But, if you care about the people, I can imagine the people in New York are like, it's lit. Like, yes, he's doing things that make sense. So to have that age, what you say, 93 over the age of 70, I know they're like, what the is this guy doing?
Yeah. Nah, absolutely. But I think that, and a lot of people would agree that we need younger, more energy.
Yes, younger, energetic. Yes,
but also to bring newer ideas.
Yes.
Does those 93 over the age of 70? How savvy are they with technology? Like, if you ever tried to explain something very technical to
they definitely don't know how to put their phone on silent.
Right. How and also how open are they to new ideas? The older you get, the more dug in you are to your way of thinking, your way of life, your perspective. So bringing in younger people not only gives you a fresh set of eyes, fresh ideas, but also gives you the ability to kind of grow with the country. So
I'm gonna say this. I can't imagine that if you're over a certain age, I'm gonna say 72. I can't imagine that you're that invested in what the country looks like moving forward. I see it in myself in my 40s where it's like, okay, I can understand people who be like, you know what? I seen enough. I'm ready to check. This shit is getting too weird. I'm good. If you in your 70s, and for me personally, if you're 72, I'm sorry. I just imagine that you in it for the check at this point for whoever benefit. I don't think you really that concerned about what America is going to look like 30, 40, 50 years from now. And the power you have to affect decision at that point is just irresponsible to me at this point.
Yeah, nah, I would agree. I would agree, and it's also one of the reasons why presidents are given such medical scrutiny.
Yes.
Because the less time you have in front of you, the more kind of cavalier or reckless you could possibly be with decisions. Because I ain't got to be here for it.
I ain't gotta be here for it. I'm gonna
right. This nuclear bomb, like, I mean, but those things matter. So yeah, it's exactly what you said. Having less time in front of you, than behind you, that definitely has to have a perspective.
Yeah.
That you don't really realize until you get older.
Yep.
And I think we're there now. Like, and I can imagine where we'll be in our 70s.
Listen, I see it now. Listen, it is crazy. I see it now. I just see some of the shit that going on in this world, and I'd be like, you know what? I definitely could see a world where I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on all this goofy shit that's happening now.
Yep, no doubt. So a couple more, B. Trump administration had some confirmation hearings. So the acting attorney general nominee, Todd Blanche, faced some really intense, kind of like a bipartisan questioning from the Senate Judiciary Committee. So when a president nominates someone, they have to go through a process of confirmation where the House and the Senate get to ask them questions to kind of gauge how their kind of responses, to how things are going in the government, what to expect, where do your loyalties lie? Do your loyalties lie with the president? Do your loyalties lie with the people? Are you going to be serving the office? Are you going to be serving the president? Ask all these questions. So he was grilled over and over again about his handling of the Epstein files.
Yeah.
So what you may not, what some of our viewers may not realize or remember was Todd Blanche was he was the assistant or the second in command at the Department of Justice Attorney General, and he was the one who met with Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell behind doors, and as a result, they will deny this, but as a result of whatever information that she gave them, they actually transferred her from this maximum security prison to this prison they call like Club Med.
Club Med, right?
Club Med. So, so there's a lot of kind of controversy about his handling of the Epstein files. Pam Bondi, the former attorney general, kind of threw him under the bus when she left, saying that he was a person that was kind of responsible for the rollout and all of that. So one of the questions that was asked of him is, was he Donald Trump's friend? And his answer was, no, I'm not his friend. I'm his lawyer. Right, which he's not. He should not be his lawyer. He is trying to be the Attorney General of the United States of America, not Donald Trump's personal defense lawyer. But it's just interesting because most people have pretty much come to the conclusion that his job title may say Attorney General, but he is Donald Trump's personal defense lawyer and the person that's there to kind of provide cover for Donald Trump. What says you?
They friends. I don't know why he did all that goofy shit. They friends, and I get it, but they friends. Like you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what else to add. They friends.
Yeah, knock it off. But just the admission that I am Donald Trump's lawyer first before anything else was a shocking admission. But exactly what people have been saying is that he operates more so as Donald Trump's attorney versus someone who is entrusted with being the top kind of criminal justice person in the United States. So,
right.
It's interesting. The question that he's getting is because this is where people are kind of going to be really kind of jockeying for position come the midterms, because being attached to the handling of the Epstein files is going to be problematic for anyone who runs in the midterm. So Republicans, a lot of them are trying to distance themselves, maybe even ask some seemingly tough questions, so they can use that as a way to say that they are not in support of it. So it's a lot of theater going on, but very interesting. The second one involves Erica Schwartz. So there's another confirmation hearing going on for the Center for Disease Control director. Her name is Dr. Erica Schwartz, and Dr. Erica Schwartz is a Black woman.
Okay.
Erica Schwartz, she faced some questions about vaccines. She is a person who questions vaccines, so she's an anti-vaxxer person. Obviously, nominate someone for that. And really, how is she going to be able to uphold scientific independence that the CDC should be using instead of kind of like political pressure? So that's another nomination hearing that Trump is in the middle of. Question that I have for you is, what's the number of Black people you think has served in Trump's second administration total?
Well,
his cabinet. Let's say his cabinet.
I got it really low. I would say 12.
In his current cabinet. Now, and this is including people who have resigned, people who have been fired, people who have been moved around. So the total number is 1.
Oh,
one person
shit.
so far has served. A black person has served in Trump's cabinet for his second term.
Gotta check on that person's mental health.
Well, what's interesting is that person serves under the, I think, the urban development.
Of course. Where else would he's urban development? Throw it in there. Okay.
Last thing I want to run through real quick is just ICE. Most people have heard on the news. Just ICE is back at it, killing people for no reason. One person that got killed, I believe in Maine. The first person that got killed was just on his way to work. It was in Maine on his way to work. They ran up on some unmarked cars and ended up shooting. Apparently been in the country for 30-something years. Had 3 kids that graduated. Just terrible on his way to work. They jumped out, unmarked vans, killed him. There was also a man that was killed in Texas a couple of days ago. Pretty much same scenario. They jumped out on him, thought he was someone that he wasn't. They ended up killing him. What's interesting about both of these guys are, one of them had any type of criminal record, any type of bad interaction with law enforcement. The second guy in Texas actually had his legal status to be working in the United States, so he had no issues at all. First guy in Maine had, he was undocumented. However, had been in the country over 30 years, working man, 3 kids through college. But the other thing is, in both instances, there were no body cameras, and legislation that made body cameras mandatory a few months ago, and it hasn't been carried out. Body cams have not been given to those officers. So even though the money is out there, it hasn't been allotted to make sure that there is some type of accountability. So like a horrible situation. What says you, B?
It's a mess. The not having body cameras active or footage is very, very, very fishy. And it's too early for me to have a real opinion. I'd got to see more because ICE was like at the height. Was it last year? I guess with everything that was happening in Minnesota and with the protests, where it was like ICE was like a hot button issue, and then it seemed like it kind of calmed down, and now it seems to be picking up. Why is ICE picking up at this time?
So Trump, like always, put a mandate out that they needed to have at least 2,000 arrests per day. So that was the mandate.
I didn't see this at all. 2,000 per day?
2,000 per day. That's across the country, but 2,000 per day. And when you put, and we all know that when you put those types of quotas, we all know how police deal with quotas.
People are going to die. Like that's at the end of the day, people are going to die.
Yes, they're going to be more interactions, more more bad, just more bad outcomes because now you're forced.
You're forcing right
to get to a particular number. But I want to leave you with a couple more numbers. Or I want to ask you. I mean, what do you think the percentage of undocumented immigrants? Since this is the topic, this is people need to lead a country, blah blah blah. What do you think is the percentage of undocumented immigrants that have no, and I mean 0 criminal records?
I think it's low. I want to say it's
go ahead.
I'd say
they have no
20%. 20%. I'm sorry, they have no criminal records.
Yes.
Okay, so it's high. I would say 80%.
So studies show between 60 and 65% have
no
criminal record, at all. The numbers can, some people try to skew the numbers because some people say that just being in here undocumented is a criminal offense, but it is a summary offense that is equivalent to a parking ticket.
Okay.
So that's what
Right.
it is to be in here undocumented.
Like, ooh, you're here on land that was stolen. Okay, got it.
Exactly. The last number I want to ask you, what do you think the percentage is of immigrants who actually have committed some type of violent offense? Let me think about, we haven't heard this in a while, but the MS-13 and the Venezuela gangs.
I'm going to say 15.
15%. Studies show between 3 and 5% of undocumented immigrants have some type of violent felony offense.
That's crazy.
And we have to also understand that those offenses are not convictions. That these are just people that have charges. So you can imagine in a lot of immigrant communities, even the interaction with police can be problematic. So we saw months ago where the guy had the undocumented person, or no, the lady had the undocumented person like do her roof or some work and then called ICE on them. Like, you can imagine people doing none of that shit like that to them, to get them to obviously get out of paying a tab, but also now that puts them in in the category of someone that has some type of charge. So I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Can I be somewhat logical for a second?
Sure.
What I feel is somewhat logical for a second. You can't market America as the land of opportunity and the greatest country in the world and expect people not to try to get here.
I mean, I have the easy answer for you, B.
Okay.
It is.
Right.
Just not
people want to try to get here.
Wait. It is.
Okay.
Just not for those folks.
Got you.
It's as simple as that. So we gonna leave
why
it right.
You market it? Why is that the okay? That's we gonna leave it right there. Okay.
They want their folks to hear the message. They want their folks to come over here, but they don't want our folks or folks that look like us to receive that message and want to come over here and experience it. It's really as simple as that. Because you would think
there's a connection here in this conversation between the amount of white South Africans but we'll get to that in another.
Absolutely. Once again, I'm Reggie, aka Speed and Bullet, with B3 explanation points. And always remember, if you are not political, you do not have a perspective.
Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.